Hello, everyone, and welcome to bowandarrowtarot.net. Today, we're going to get into the love reading for the sign of Gemini. So let's get right into it. Gemini, you come out with the Eight of Swords, and your person in this connection is a Nine of Wands. Now, your feelings about them? The seven Chariot, and for them, the World. Lovely. How you feel about the relationship is the Eight of Pentacles, and how they feel is a Queen of Swords. Wow. And next move, Seven of Pentacles energy, and the Page of Cups at the bottom of the deck. Judgment. Well, let's go right to that judgment. Judgment is forgiveness, right? It's understanding. There is an understanding coming in. Maybe of some beliefs that you held on to, maybe some judgments that you held before. Judgment comes when we are called to let go, to let go of our stringent ideas of what something should be or what someone should do or what you should have done. It can often involve a level of self-forgiveness as well, realizing that you have to forgive yourself. Oftentimes we're hard on others because we're hard on ourselves, right? So let's just dive right in to this connection, Gemini. We have for you and your person coming in Eight of Swords and a Nine of Wands. Well, Eight of Swords, listen, this is some difficult energy. Eight of Swords energy is a feeling of being constricted, not having a choice, not being able to move or not being able to see clearly. It can often feel like the whole world is stopping you from doing what you really want to do. It is a feeling of helplessness sometimes, or powerlessness, right? But oftentimes this is an illusion, and this is really just, the constriction of our own ideas, which is why it fits so nicely with judgment. It's time to let go of things that no longer suit you and that are holding you back. Nine of Wands energy, your person has been struggling, right? Fighting, struggling, they're tired. There's some scenario in their life that has really called on all of their energy. And just at the moment where they feel like they have not much more to give, this is the moment where you push through, right? So let's go ahead and dive a little bit deeper. It's an interesting combination of cards. Let's see what's going on for you. Six of Pentacles. So, yeah, there's some issue to do with money here. And the Empress. Wow. So, listen, Gemini, feels to me like you might be the one who's having to do a lot of money, take care of a lot of money issues. You're the one who's having to take care of a lot of the bills. You're having to do a lot financially. You're the one that's being called on to help. Right? And it might be a little bit like you feel like you're given not much of a choice. Right? I have no choice but to do this, right? That's the feeling of Eight of Swords, but of course you do have a choice. There's a feeling maybe here of being taken advantage of. Something's coming to light here. Move on. Your person, Nine of Wands and Empress energy. Yeah, I think that you might be the Empress in this regard because they are definitely relying on you, relying on someone to nurture them. Nine of Wands, they struggle and yet they look to the divine feminine for support, for help. Dare I say there are mommy issues going on. I mean, sometimes I gotta say it as I call it in the reading, but it feels to me like the dynamic here right away is one of you are the one who's bringing a lot to the table financially, physically. They're fighting, they're struggling, they're definitely pushing forward, but they keep coming up against the wall. And they're really relying on that Empress energy to push them through. Now, they may be digging deep into their own divine feminine energy as well to push through, but the feeling here, the intuitive read, because I'm an intuitive reader, the intuitive read here is that they're really pulling on your divine feminine energy to make it through this. How do you guys feel about each other? Well, for you, Chariot, there's a whole journey, a whole new journey. I think you feel like this life with them or this connection, this relationship is one that is about to take a new chapter, right? You two may have just gotten together. This may be a young relationship, but it does feel very much for you. You feel like you're laying the foundation, right? And so, although there is a feeling of anxiety here for you, you still, you still care about them, love them. You still see them as part of your future. That Chariot energy, the world. How do they feel about you? They feel the world. You are their soulmate. They feel like they are with exactly the right person they're supposed to be with right now. So it's nice energy, right? So it's compatible. It's I want to say collaborative. You both definitely feel like your lives are together. However, let's go a little bit deeper. The High Priestess. Wow. So there's something going on here where your intuitive voice is speaking up. And there's the Five of Wands. So a lot of jealousy here, right? From your person, a lot of jealousy. They feel like maybe they have to battle with a lot of other forces around to remain top, right? To remain as though they are the most important, perhaps, in your life. This person is really in love with you, but I'm going to say it feels like there's some issues here with competitiveness, insecurity. I want to say wanting to be the center of your focus and attention. For you, you're feeling this. You know this. There's something stirring in you, Gemini, in your intuitive voice, your inner voice, your inner compass is telling you that you know what's happening here. There's something going on here between the two of you that has to do with this new life, building this new life. And the answers to that will indeed come out as I look ahead to the Seven of Pentacles. Let's go deeper. Let's move on to the relationship because I want to know a little bit more. But your voice is telling you that something's going on here, right? That everything is not as it seems. Eight of Pentacles and Queen of Swords. This is how you both feel about the relationship. So for you, an Eight of Pentacles, you feel like it's all work. Just work. You may work with this person. You two may be in a business together. You may work in the same job. You may have the same project. But the relationship for you, it feels like you have to put a lot in. There is a lot of day-to-day activity and labor that you have to employ to keep this thing going. For them, Queen of Swords, they feel like this relationship definitely... How shall I say it? There needs to be some honesty here. They feel like they need to bring their authentic self here. I don't think you're dealing with somebody who's deceptive, right? The Queen of Swords is extremely honest with who she is. She's very clear-eyed. So the individual in this connection with you, although they may be struggling with some insecurities, as I feel here, they may be struggling in their own way. They may have their own sort of set of responsibilities and requirements that are on their plate that they're very much leaning on you to help them with. At the same time, they're very honest about their struggles. They're very honest about what they do and possibly do not bring to this relationship. We're flipped over. Ace of Swords. So some truth is going to come in. Some truth and knowledge is coming in for you in this relationship that's going to give you a whole new outlook, right? Again, your voice is telling you something. The truth will be coming in. This reading is always, my love readings are always for the next couple of weeks from the time that you come to the reading. So yeah, there is some information, some honesty, some truth, maybe some new conversations that are happening that are really going to open up your eyes. And a Page of Cups twice. Page of Cups here, Page of Cups. Your person is still kind of in a very immature stage with this relationship. I'm not entirely sure they're taking it as serious as you are. Yes, they love you. Yes, they want you. But their level of intimacy or their level of emotional... Let me take that back. Their level of emotional sort of intelligence is not quite where it needs to be for such a heavy relationship. I mean, you two are definitely in a committed relationship, in a life together. You probably live together, right? You probably share the bills and all of that. It's a real sort of grown-up relationship, right? We're not talking about children here. However, their attitude towards a relationship continues to be one that is somewhat immature. And I think that might be some of the information and knowledge that will be coming into you over the next few weeks. So what are your next steps? What are their next steps? Well, your next steps here are that you're going to be really reevaluating. What am I doing? Seven of Pentacles is a period of reevaluation. This is not to say that you don't love them, don't care, they don't love you, don't care. There's a really reevaluation happening here about, what have I built here? What have I been pouring all my work into? And is it really what I truly desire? For them, again, Page of Cups, right? They continue to sort of maintain a very naive, unexperienced attitude. Some of the conversations that are coming up, whereas information is being revealed to you, a truth is coming into you, knowledge is coming into you, a different aspect or perspective of the relationship of this person is coming in. They kind of stay stuck in this very immature kind of, again, naive, right? Maybe even a little bit irresponsible outlook, right? Again, perhaps because they are really operating from a much more childish point of view. I'm sorry, but that's the truth, And I think judgment is there because maybe you were a little bit harsh on someone else in your life and you're starting to realize, I'm really hearing clearly here, Gemini, that there may have been a past relationship here in your life where you were really harsh on that relationship. And now that you're with this person who is infinitely more immature and really depends on you for a lot, you may be starting to realize that, maybe I was too harsh on the other person, or maybe I didn't realize how good I had it with them. Seven of Pentacles over Seven of Pentacles. Wow. And a Knight of Pentacles. Well, they're committed. Right? They're committed, but they're committed because, of course, they're getting a lot out of this. There's a goal here, but it is a Pentacles. So their life is extremely good, in your company. You're facilitating a lot. And so the commitment, of course, is absolutely there. But again, for you, Seven of Pentacles energy, you're saying to yourself twice, right? You're saying to yourself, hang on a second, maybe it's time for me to take what I've got, what I've built and go, or start something else. I'm not saying there's a breakup here, but what I am saying is that there's a real heavy reevaluation happening here about what it is you're putting so much of your time and energy into. And is it really what you want? Is it what you want? And it may have been what you wanted in the beginning, but now that you're starting to see the course of it and you're starting to see, you've been in this connection. I want to say this connection has been going for a minute. You're starting to see the fruit of your labor. And I think you're starting to realize that it's all the fruit of your labor. You're in something with someone, but there's not necessarily that much fruit of your combined labor. You're getting what you're putting in, but you're not getting out what you both are putting in. I don't feel that this person here is putting in enough. They simply aren't. Let's pull out the spirits of darkness and light. Oof. Spirit of the skull, spirit of gold, see? And spirit of fire. Well, there you go. Spirit of the skulls. Melancholy. There's a depression settling in. I think because you are starting to realize there is a realization coming in here, Gemini, that, this is not what you had hoped for. And this is not turning, this is not, you both aren't progressing at the same pace. Yeah, take it as it comes to you. Spirit of gold. Yeah, wealth, status, windfall. I think that this is what this individual in your life is feeling because they're getting that from you. You're the one who's bringing the gold and the wealth and the status through your own sheer hard work. And yet they're really not rising to the occasion. And spirit of fire, the passion, creativity, and a spark. Maybe there's someone else coming into your life that is stirring your passion and creativity because, quite frankly, this relationship feels like it's getting a little bit stale, a little bit tired. You are physically, I want to say, and maybe even emotionally tired here. with this individual. You're just giving so much, right? You're giving so much, Gemini. Let's go ahead and see what star signs, zodiac signs you might be dealing with. Some of you are dealing with a Capricorn. Some of you Geminis are dealing with a Leo, or they may have Leo in their chart, Capricorn or Leo energy in their chart. And some of you are dealing with Pisces energy. All right. Again, the person may have a sun in Pisces, but they may have a moon, rising, Venus, Mars. Now, if you don't know your own natal chart, you want to get your full cosmic blueprint, you can always go over to bowandarrowtarot.net, the platform where you can get your whole cosmic chart, your whole cosmic blueprint, your natal chart, your numerology chart, your sacred geometric avatar that represents all that is you. So go on over there. There's also very deep in-depth blog section and a full section on all the tarot cards, so you can do your own research and deep dive into the tarot for yourself. But for right now, Gemini, I wish you all the best. I love bringing you this reading. I hope you got something out of it. I hope it resonated for you. If it did, leave us a comment, like the video, don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell so you can be notified, check out the pick a card readings. But for right now, Gemini cross watchers, I wish you love, life, and happiness, and I hope to see you right back here at bowandarrowtarot.net for your next tarot reading. Bye-bye now.